walk back a lot. You are a very neutral and rush down.
Round 1.
Alright, this is going to break down. Alright, round start. You start walking away. Why?
I don't know.
You play Akira. I mean, Ken would like it if you would walk away, because he has. But he's got a fireball. He's also got a DP, which, I don't believe that he did. Let's turn on rain data. Ken medium punch puts him at +2. Okay, he whiffs this in your face. Here's a, I'm not saying at bronze I expect you to be doing this, but at some point, you know, focus on, like, if somebody whiffs this, you see how vulnerable he is right now? Because he just missed you entirely, and you've got apparently 10 frames to react, where he's just doing nothing. You see what I mean? Oh, and then he goes into that. Another 22 frames to react. When somebody whiffs something, they cannot block until the animation completes. So, like, if you see them miss, it's like, oh, here's my chance. What, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, your crouch fierce into elbow combo would have connected there. Alright, then you go for the big crush count. Oh, he doesn't. This is and then he sweeps. So, you hit a button after your forward fierce, it's actually pretty minus, which means if they block this, let's look how minus it is. It's -5. Which means it's his turn. If he hits a button and you hit a button, he's going to win. And it turns out that's what happens. You go for crouch light. He goes for sweep. So if you had done what you need to do after that move, which is block, you would have blocked the sweep, and you would have got a push. Now you're in this bad situation where you got a crush counter. He walks away. He should be applying pressure here, but he's a block player. He goes for the medium, crouch medium punch. You're mashing light kick, so you get countered. In a wake-up situation, I mean, I definitely wake up crouch light kick sometimes too, if you're like thinking that your opponent is at this level of play. He whiffs. I wouldn't recommend waking up crouch light kick. Usually, at this level of play, when you get knocked down and you wake up, you need to, 80% of the time, you need to block. 15% of the time, you need to EX a DP, which in this scenario, you don't have any meter. So you don't have an invincible reversal here, and you don't have V meter. So basically, your options are wake up, tech, in case he tries to throw you when you wake up, or wake up block. Those are your only two things that could work here, unless he's like doing some stagger pressure, but I wouldn't factor that in. So I would do 85% of the time wake up, down back, and then 15% of the time wake up, throw. The throw would have worked here because his meaty pressure wasn't tight, but you know, it's promising. You try to DP, but you get the overhead, which that sucks. For now, just do the heavy DP, or if you're not confident DPing, you can just do that crush counter and then sweep. At least it's something. For crouch medium kick, and he just does a random DP. It's kind of hard to tell you, like, hey, here's what you should do about that. If your opponent's crazy enough to do random DP in neutral, you should probably just block a bunch, because he's just going to get himself killed. He did the jab, and then did the special move, rather than getting the cancel. So you're +6 here, which means you could do another stand medium punch, and then you could combo that into, well, a DP. But that would work if it was a cancel, but again, it was just waited until it ended. And plus, you shouldn't be trying to do one hit. High-level players can do that, but it's still really hard. You want to only be confirming 2 or more hits into a special move. So you could do this medium punch, you could see that connecting as it connects your +6, which means you can do any move that starts up in 6 frames or fewer, and it'll work, as assuming it reaches, which I think you could just do another. I think her stand medium punch is 6 frames, I'm not actually sure. I think you can just link it into itself. You need to quick rise on these knockdowns. I know that. It's just a matter of recognizing. Cancel again. You should do jab, jab, cancel. Like 2 jabs instead of 1.
Okay.
Your turn, which was good. That was the right thing to do there. Crouch fierce. Get the hit, and I continue to get the combo. Nice. You start walking away. I know that as a beginner it feels bad, like it's scary to be aggressive because, you know, you're just not confident yet. But like Akira is a rush down character. Walking away is not what you want to do. Although he does jump, so if you anti-air here, you're going to look like a genius. You tried. But if you had done the heavy kick DP, that would have worked there.
Sure you can.
That is no quick rise. So he gets more time to walk up on your sleeping body and set up his pressure. But you interrupt. I wouldn't recommend doing this because it's very risky, but it worked this time. Heavy kick. Block it. He's -3 after that. He's, depending on the spacing, this can actually be punishable, but not at this range. At this range, it's just your turn. But you take your turn by doing a special move, which has way too many starting points. So it's going to be just a normal here. But you should like walk up medium punch or
The lightning kick.
you went for the lightning kick. Well, there's basically no time to do a special move as Akira just in neutral, like except for maybe her fireball or and her elbow, of course. Even that you want to be careful with, but the EX elbow at least. That whiffs, and he's going to get a whiff punish with the sweep, which I'm sure he didn't do on purpose, but I'm positive he didn't do on purpose. Yeah, because there he just did it again. But you were actually doing the right thing by walking forward. Sometimes Kens are just crazy and it just does a random sweep. So, you know, you want to do in this situation what's called bulldogging, which is walk forward, block, just like a little bit, like take one step and then block, because he might do something crazy at any moment. So you're just wanting to inch, just like press him back to the corner slowly but surely. But you know something crazy's coming, so you want to not walk forward too much, because he's just gonna like do a random DP or some shit, and you want to be ready to block it. Oh, that's it. And that's it. But yeah, if I were to summarize, I would say focus on your quick rising when you get knocked down. Realize, like, oh, this is a move that is going to knock me down. I should probably quick rise or back.
That means
Press down or down to stand straight up faster, or down back to roll backwards a little bit and get up. It's slightly slower than a quick rise, or a straight up quick rise, but it's a lot faster than just laying there and waiting for your character to get themselves up.